This is the first student-led live broadcast in the nation, bringing you the best stories and sports since 1970. We are CHS Today.
Good morning, Connorsville, and welcome to another broadcast. I'm Sophia Sutherland.
And I'm Alexia Gibson.
And now it's time for CHS Today. In our top story, the D.C. plane crash is still under investigation. According to officials, flight conditions were clear and the jet was making a routine landing when the helicopter flew in its path. Some of the passengers aboard the plane were figure skaters, their coaches, and family members returning from a development camp. The National Safety Board will release a preliminary report within 30 days, saying it is too soon to speculate. All 67 people between both aircrafts died, and this is now considered the country's deadliest aviation disaster since 2001.
Over in the Middle East, 3 more hostages are set to be released from Gaza later today. This will be the 4th round of hostage exchanges in the ceasefire deal that has paused fighting in Gaza. Officials say around 80 hostages remain, and 33 are set to be released in the following months. These exchanges have been going on since October of 2023. 8 hostages were also released yesterday in exchange for 110 Palestinian prisoners held by Israel.
In Connorsville, the Whitewater Valley woodcarvers are hosting an art exhibit. While woodcarving might not be something you've thought of trying before, it is a good way to relieve stress.
We experience this every time we display somewhere. They say, I'm not artistic. You don't need to be. I don't have time. Yes, you do. You're not spending it well. You need to quit working so hard. Let the yard grow another day and spend a little time carving. If you want to do it, you'll do it. It's just that simple. You learn to walk because you saw somebody else do it. You thought that's pretty cool. I need to learn to do it. Same with riding a bike. You saw somebody do it. You wanted to do it. You learned to do it. Wood carving is the same. You don't have to be artistic. You don't need patience. It'll teach you patience. You see something you like and you say, I'd like to be able to make that. And then you start and just chip by chip, stroke by stroke, it happens. I've always found it very rewarding to teach people because my dad, my mom, my grandfather, and grandmother were all very good teachers. Whatever they were doing, they were never too busy to show me, hey, here's how this is done. So I learned a lot about life just from them because they were willing to take the time to teach me, and I find it very rewarding. I was in the Connorsville Library one January, and the club had a display in the atrium, and I saw some of the interesting things they did, and I happened to know one of the members, Bill Tremper, so I asked him about it, and he said, come on down. So I went down and watched him for 2 hours. I had one good tool and several not good tools. He says, come back next week. He says, we'll have the carvers bring in their bragging pieces. So I did, and they did, and one of the pieces was a relief carving. So once I saw relief carving, it's like, I have to do this. It's really good for lowering blood pressure. People who have trouble focusing will get really deep into it. I have a granddaughter who's very busy, and she'll all but go to sleep while carving wood. I would say to people, if you have any doubt in your mind that you even want to try it, just come down. Come down on a Monday night from 6 to 8, or Wednesday afternoon from 2 to 6. Just show up. We've got tools, we've got wood, we've got knowledge, and we readily share it.
All Fayette County art teachers and students are invited to attend their exhibit at the Whitewater Valley Arts Association, located at 402 Central Avenue. There are also carving demonstrations and lessons held on Monday evenings from 6 to 8 and on Wednesdays 2 to 6.
That seems like a really interesting opportunity for Fayette County residents, Sophia.
It sure does.
While at CHS, the academic teams have their second virtual meet on Wednesday, February 5th. This will be another individual chair meet with an interdisciplinary round. Team members must report to the media center at 5 p.m. The meet will start at 5:30. This is the order of the rounds: fine arts, social studies, math, English, science, and interdisciplinary. Chartwells will also provide a light dinner.
Along with academic team meets, the French teacher Madame Medina has a unique unit coming up. French classes are starting their Mani Musicale next week. Let's learn some more about it.
The French students are about to start their annual Mani Musicale. Let's see what everyone's excited for.
I like Mani Musicale because it is exciting to hear all of the different songs and then also learning French within it, and it's just very entertaining.
I am super pumped for Mani Musicale. It's going to be my 4th year doing it, and I love it because it's taking something you don't really learn about in just a regular French class. You learn about the French culture that people listen to and dance to, and something that you don't usually hear on just your regular Spotify or G1013. So I think it's really fun just to learn about a new part of the French culture that you don't really focus on in certain academics.
The Mani Musical, I found this out like around 7 years ago, which is the amount of time that we have been doing this. I found it on Facebook on one of the French teacher groups that I follow, and it is picture a basketball March Madness bracket. It's the same thing, but with music in French. So we have 16 songs and artists. They don't have to be from France. They can be from any French-speaking country. And we started at the end of January, beginning of February. The first thing that I do is I give the students a copy of the bracket. We listen to all the songs, watch all the videos, and they make their prediction. After that, I collect all the brackets, and we keep working on them until spring break. The Friday before spring break, whoever got the middle song, like the last song, right, no one has ever gotten the whole bracket, that student or those students will get a surprise prize, must be present to win. And I think students like this because it's a day that the class is more relaxed. We are not really working on grammar. They don't have to speak. They don't need to record themselves. We listen to the songs. I explain to them kind of what the song is about. We don't go over the translation of the lyrics. I do this because in Europe, we are used to listen to music that we don't understand the lyrics of, and we enjoy the music. We like the beat, we like the video, we like the way that song makes us feel, and I want the students to be able to experience that. So that's why we don't go over what the lyrics mean word by word. Sometimes because also it doesn't make any sense when you translate songs into another language. And it also opens them a new world of music, maybe different types of music that they would have never listened before, different artists. They can also see that not everyone that sings in French is from France or from French-speaking Canada, which is closer to us. There are countries in Africa, there are singers that even though they live in France, they have other origins like Algerian or Moroccan. And I think it's a great way to include some of the culture of all those Francophone countries in my class.
That's a fun take on French culture, Sophia.
Yes, it is.
On this day in 1950, U.S. President Harry Truman publicly announced his decision to support the development of the hydrogen bomb. The weapon was theorized to be hundreds of more times powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Japan during World War II. Months prior, the British and U.S. intelligence discovered that Klaus Fuchs, a top-ranking scientist in the U.S. nuclear program, was a spy for the Soviet Union. This led to the Soviets knowing everything on how to build the hydrogen bomb, leading to a threat of a thermonuclear war for the first time in history.
Wow, Lexi, that was a transforming part of our world history. Moving on to lunch, for Monday it will be a macaroni chicken casserole, a spicy chicken sandwich, fajita marinated chicken, a pepperoni pizza, and a strawberry parfait with granola.
It's very foggy and rainy out today. How's the weather looking this weekend, Claire?
So far, it's going to be pretty clear this weekend, ladies. Today after school, that rain is going to go away, but it will start continuing into the night. Then tomorrow morning, it's going to be partly cloudy with lower temperatures in the 20s. Now on to the 3-day. Right there. Saturday is going to be partly cloudy with temperatures in the low 40s. Sunday, that sun is going to go away with temperatures in the mid 50s. Then Monday, it's going to be partly cloudy again with temperatures in the 60s. That's all for weather. Now back to the desk.
Thank you for that update, Claire.
Let's look at what Caden has for our sports today.
Thanks, ladies. Looking at events last night, in their last game of the season, varsity girls basketball fell to East Central 42-46. The leading scorers were Serenity Pennington with 16, Anaya Bennett with 8, and Addie Jones with 7. This ties them for second in conference and 15-7 on the season. They will next be in action when they host sectionals next week. Gymnastics also performed last night, competing against Muncie Central. Elena Daniels got first on vault with an 8.65. Michaela Smith got first on floor with an 8.425. For all around, first overall was Michaela Smith, third was Elena Daniels, fourth was Emily Bischoff, and fifth was Alyssa Levins. The team is next in action on Monday against Morristown. If you are a spring athlete and haven't gotten your physical, the health department will be doing a pop-up spring physical night on Wednesday from 5 to 7. This event is free of charge and you'll need to bring a physical form from the athletic office. Dr. White will be the provider. Our competition cheer team has been preparing for nationals and will be doing a preview for the town tomorrow night after the boys' varsity basketball game. The CHS competition cheer team will be showcasing their routine for the community. This routine is what they will be taking to nationals next weekend. Please consider staying after the game to support them and show your Spartan spirit. Speaking of Spartan spirit, Harley Morris is a 3-time conference MVP for our CHS swim team. Throughout high school, she has worked very hard and learned a lot from her coaches. What does this accomplishment mean to her?
My name is Harley Morris, and I'm a 3-time conference MVP. It took a lot of hard work to become a 3-time MVP, lots of morning practices and weights, and lots of long practices that are really hard, but you gotta push through. It means a lot to me to be an MVP because I know how much hard work it takes and the effort these girls put in to become an MVP, so it means a lot that I can get to that level. I think my fellow teammates can learn that hard work definitely pays off. It's a lot of hard practices, but if you put the work in, you'll definitely see the results, and I think you've seen that through me. I plan on going to Franklin College to swim. My coaches have definitely got me where I am today. Without Steven or Zane or all my other coaches, there's no way I would know what I know now. They've pushed me to be the best I can be. They've taught me all the skills I know, and just without them, I could never have got to the ability I have today. A tip I'd give incoming freshmen is to just put your head down and work. It's going to be hard. You're not going to like it at times, but you just have to push through, and if you push through and do what you're told and trust your coaches, you're going to get to where they want you to be and where you want to be.
Congratulations on a great career, Harley. As we move into the weekend, boys JV and varsity basketball play South Ripley tonight at 6 and 7:30 in the Bowl. The boys play again tomorrow night at home against Centerville, JV at 6 and varsity at 7:30. And wrestling competes in the first round of sectionals. Good luck to everyone this weekend. That's all I've got for sports. What birthdays are we looking at this weekend, ladies?
Thanks, Kaden. The only birthday we have for today is Gwen Tucker.
There are no birthdays for tomorrow or over the weekend.
Happy birthday. I'm Sophia.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Caden.
And I'm Claire.
And that's all for CHS Today.